Something that really annoys me is that, I think it's this one, the blinker will stop working. So what I usually do is I go through here. I know this isn't the smartest way, but it's just so time consuming. As you can see, it's that one up there. I put my hand through here and I kind of pull it up. So you'll see that. Actually, I usually pull it down through here. Alright, so the right way to really do this would be to take this bolt off, take this bolt off, and take this out, and then after that, I don't know if there's more stuff you have to do, but the cheating way to do it is to stick your hand, so you have to take off the rain guard, stick your hand through here, and then stick your left hand through there, stick your right hand through here, and you'd have to basically twist it. So now you twist it, and you get to this point, and you're wondering why your light's not flashing. So you get it to flash, right? And then, for some reason, you put it in a strange position. It stops flashing, and watch, it'll flash like the whole time I'm making this video. But for whatever reason, my girlfriend starts driving again, and it jiggles or whatever, and it comes out and it stops. So you have to get a new, so you know it's not the bulb, so don't buy a new bulb because the bulb's fine, right? So it has to be the connection. So if you wanted to know the bulb, it might be a little hard to read. Okay, so you can see that now. So this is the bulb. Jeez, can't focus for crap. But what I wanted to do was look at this connection. So you can see there is a green and looks like a black wire. And I saw some products online on Amazon, and it's like $8 for two, but what you'd have to do is snip this wire and then either solder or twist together the wires and use the new connection. But yeah, for some reason this one does not want to work anymore. It works and then it doesn't, meaning the connection is just, something about it is failing. It's not as good as it used to be. I have no idea. So now it wants to work, no rhyme or reason. So that's a temporary fix. If you have like a bad connection, you could go under there, pull it, twist it, pull it out, but you gotta finagle it a little bit because you don't have a lot of space in there. But you get it out there and get it to work again, but it'll undoubtedly happen again. So now you're going to start looking for parts. So you can go to Advanced Auto and you can put in your car, make and model, and all that, and it'll give you the product that you need. Now, if you look back at the video, you'll see that this is almost the correct bulb. It's a little bit confusing because it says 3457A, but my bulb says 3457AK. But by looking at the bulb and the way it's set up, it looks like it would fit correctly. So you could do something like this and buy this bulb and put it in your socket and see if that fixes the problem. Perhaps there's something wrong with the actual connectors on the bulb. Maybe something's going wrong with the bulb, but usually if the bulb is blinking twice as fast, that's how you usually know that the bulb is starting to go. So if you want to look for the socket, you might type in the car and you might see something like this, and it'll tell you this fits your car, and this is a universal fitment product. But if you look at it, take a look at the bulb right? Because you remember how it looked. And you take a look at this connection, and it is not the same connection. That is not going to work, and you can figure out by looking at these compatible bulbs. I don't see 3457 in here, right? 3457, I don't see that in there. So that is probably not going to work for your car. Now, if you look at this one, that is a lot closer to what the original equipment looked like, and I can actually show you exactly what it should look like. It's a lot more like this. This is a lot more like what it looks like. This one is not bad for $13. It's still more expensive, but it's not as bad as some of these where you're paying the shipping tax and the price of the bulb. To get the original equipment manufacturer, it's probably more expensive than that. You can even go on eBay and look at this. They're selling a whole harness for $12, but it is used, so you may have issues with that. Just don't always type it into Google and get the most expensive part, because you might be able to save some money doing it a different way. Another thing I noticed looking at these is this one over here has 2 wires. It looks like a third, but it's a reflection. So it has a green and a black wire, which is good because that's what mine has. Mine has 2 wires. But then you go over and look at the one that actually would fit, but it has 3 wires. So what are you supposed to do with that extra wire? That's another question. You might just be better off getting, not having to deal with the wires and just getting the socket. I'm probably just going to get this Duralast one from AutoZone for $14 and see if that fixes the problem.